Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let's dive into what looks like an absolute game changer for the Falcons and the NFC South. Word is out that the New York Jets are considering a blockbuster move, and it involves none other than Garrett Wilson, one of the league's most explosive young receivers. This rumor has been swirling around for a while, but recent reports and insider buzz suggest that things are heating up, possibly leading to a trade that could reshape the landscape of the division and give Atlanta a serious boost in their quest for a deep playoff run. Diana Rossini, a trusted NFL insider, confirmed this buzz just recently, and it's got everyone talking. The Jets, currently sitting at 4-6, are facing some tough financial and roster decisions. They're in a tricky spot with a negative cap space of minus $28 million in 2026 and the uncertainty surrounding Aaron Rodgers' future. Rodgers, as you all know, has been hinting at retirement, and with the Jets' current struggles, especially on offense, something has to give. They're looking to accelerate their rebuild, and trading Garrett Wilson, who has emerged as a true route separator and deep threat, might be the move that sets their future in motion. Wilson, only 25, has been incredible this season. In 2025, he's already racked up 48 receptions for 612 yards, averaging 8 yards per catch with an impressive 61 yards per game. He's also scored 5 touchdowns, and his advanced stats show just how dangerous he's become. With 78 targets, a 392 yards per route run, ranking among the top 8 wide receivers, and a 91.2 PFF grade, Wilson is a game changer. His EPA per target sits at 0.44, meaning he consistently gains yards when targeted, and he's a YAC specialist, averaging 5.4 yards after contact, with 28 missed tackles forced. His contested catch rate is a solid 72%, and he's been healthy for most of the season, returning from a shoulder strain that kept him out for a few weeks. His performance in Week 11 against the Dolphins with 2 touchdowns only cemented his rising star status. Looking at his career so far, since entering the league in 2022, Wilson has amassed over 300 yards and 22 touchdowns. His YAC ability, reminiscent of a young Odell Beckham Jr., has played a huge role in elevating the Jets' offense to a top 15 level in explosiveness for 2024. They've been able to convert about 28% of their deep targets, which is a significant step forward. The Jets see Wilson as a foundational piece for their future, especially with their draft quarterback in the top 8 picks, and the need to allocate cap space for extensions for Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams. Now, why would the Falcons be so interested in acquiring Wilson? Well, it's simple. Atlanta is sitting at 6-5, and their offense has been steady, ranked 14th overall with about 25 points per game. But with the addition of Wilson and pairing him with Drake London, who's been phenomenal with a PFF grade of 82, 6 and 612 yards, and the emerging threat of Kyle Pitts, the Falcons could become a nightmare for defenses. This trio has the potential to turn Atlanta into a serious offensive powerhouse, especially if they get the right scheme under Zach Robinson, the offensive coordinator. Imagine Wilson's explosiveness stretching defenses vertically, with London and Pitts creating mismatches underneath. The Falcons could see a boost of over 300 yards passing as a team, along with around 14 more touchdowns for their receivers. Kirk Cousins, who's been quietly efficient with a 98.4 rating, 28 sacks taken, and a knack for getting separation, would thrive in this system. His connection with Wilson, London, and Pitts could elevate the offense to levels we haven't seen in Atlanta in recent years. The red zone efficiency could jump from 58% to a staggering 72%, making every possession count even more. On third downs, their conversion rate could go from 39% to over 54%, which is huge for maintaining drives. The run game with Bijan Robinson would also benefit, gaining an extra 18 yards after contact on play-action passes, something that would keep defenses guessing and open up even more options for the Falcons' attack. Let's compare this potential new-look Falcons offense with what they currently have. Darnell Mooney, for instance, has been solid with a PFF grade of 70. 4, but Wilson's addition would give the Falcons a true vertical threat that can take over games. His ability to gain yards after the catch, combined with his contested catch prowess, would make Atlanta's offense more dynamic and unpredictable. With a motion-heavy scheme, the Falcons could mirror some of the most explosive offenses of the 2010 Saints, with players like Thomas and Colston creating chaos for defenses. The potential upgrade in their offensive efficiency and explosiveness could push Atlanta into the conversation as a legitimate Super Bowl contender, especially if Cousins finds a rhythm with these talented receivers. From a playoff perspective, this move could do wonders for the Falcons' odds. Currently, their Super Bowl odds are modest, but adding a player like Wilson, who is projected to gain over 300 yards passing and significantly increase the team's scoring ability, would cause a major shift. The odds could move from around plus 3,500 to as low as plus 1,400, making Atlanta a more attractive pick for bettors and fans alike. Wilson's impact as the ultimate YAC receiver, capable of breaking zones and creating big plays, would be a huge X-factor in the playoffs, especially against teams like the Eagles or even in a potential NFC Championship rematch. Having Wilson's explosiveness could be the difference between a deep run and an early exit. In the end, this potential trade is about more than just acquiring a star receiver. It's about transforming Atlanta's offense into a high-octane unit capable of competing with the best in the league. Wilson's youth, combined with his proven explosiveness, makes him a perfect fit for the Falcons' future plans. The team has been building steadily over the past few seasons, and with this kind of upgrade, they could finally reach that next level, bringing Atlanta back to the forefront of NFL powerhouses. For fans, it's an exciting time. Anticipation is building, and the possibilities are endless. So, Falcons fans, the question now is, are you ready for this kind of upgrade? Do you believe Garrett Wilson could be the missing piece that pushes Atlanta into serious Super Bowl contention? We're all waiting to see how this story unfolds, but one thing's clear. If this trade happens, it's going to shake up the entire NFC South and give the Falcons a legitimate shot at glory. The future looks bright, and with Wilson in Atlanta, it might just get a whole lot brighter. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Atlanta Falcons. Do you think Wilson is the perfect fit for what Atlanta needs? Would you be excited to see this move happen? Remember, this is all about building a team that can contend for a Super Bowl. And with Wilson's explosiveness, the Falcons could be on the cusp of something really special. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. The offseason is heating up, and the future is looking mighty promising, so let's keep the hype going, Falcons fans.